So in the previous class we have solved this problem. So next we'll try to solve another two problem in this class. So let us move forward and start our problem solving class. So this is the second problem. So let us read it. So here it is telling that a boat is moved uniformly along a canal by two horses pulling with forces. P is given as 890 Newton and Q is given as 1068 Newton. So these are acting under an angle of alpha, which is given as 60 degrees. So it is shown in the figure also. So determine the magnitude of the resultant pull on the boat. Okay, so we need to find out the resultant of the pull. Okay, so for these two forces, and we need to find out the angles beta and gamma as shown in the figure. So this figure is given in the question. So two horses are there, which is having there is one horse and there is another horse. So they are with an angle. So this angle is given as alpha and this angle is given which is 60 degree. And for this we need to find out this resultant and these two angles that alpha is given to us, and we need to find out the value of beta and gamma. So let us try to solve. So if I will see over here, there are two forces. One is P, which is given as 890 Newton, and another is given as 1068 Newton. Okay, so if I can represent these two forces by two adjacent sides of any parallelogram, and the angle in between these two forces is given to us, that is 60 degree, then by applying our parallelogram law, simply I can calculate the value of resultant. So let us first draw that figure. How can we draw the diagram for your parallelogram? How can I represent the force? So let us try to draw that first. Okay, so if I am representing this is the Q. Okay, this is Q and this is P. Okay, then the diagonal will pass through this point, and that can I represent by R. Okay, so this diagonal can be calculated by the parallelogram law. That formula already I have derived. That is your resultant will be equal to the square root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos alpha, where alpha is given here, that is 60 degree. So I can construct this parallelogram over here. Okay, so in this parallelogram, simply by putting this formula and all these values which are given to us, we can calculate the value of that is your resultant. Okay, so let us try to find out that. So simply I can calculate that value. So if you calculate that, I can get. So okay, so we'll be putting the values over here. So 890 square plus 1068 square plus 2 into 890 into 1068 into cos 60 degree. So when we'll be calculating this value, we'll be getting as 1698.01 Newton. Here we got the value of resultant R as 1698.01. So after finding the resultant, we need to find out the angle beta and gamma. So let us try to find out those two values. So for finding those two values, let us try to draw that triangle which we have drawn for determining the for deriving that formula of parallelogram law. So for finding this formula, we have drawn a triangle. So let us redraw that triangle over here. So this is the triangle which we have drawn previously for deriving this formula. So let us see it carefully. So this one is showing the Q and this is showing the R, and we have taken this p from here to here. Okay, so we have shifted, and we can say this is another side of the parallelogram. So if we will be drawing this as a parallelogram, then this will be the other side. Okay, so as this angle is alpha, so we can show that this angle will be also alpha. Okay, and the resultant and q, so they are inclined with gamma, so that is also gamma. So we have shown over here, and we did not did not show the value of beta over here. Okay, so let us try to find out the value of gamma, and we know the addition of these two, that beta and gamma, will give us as alpha, and we know the value of alpha as 60 degree. So if we can find out the value of gamma, then obviously we can find out the value of beta. So now from here, if we will see this triangle, okay, so if we will see this triangle, and we know the magnitude of P as 890 Newton. Okay, so let us mention, or let us find out the values of these two sides, like CE and BE, in terms of P. So if we will be taking sine alpha, then it will show the CE by P, and from that we can find out the value of CE as P sine alpha. Likewise, if we will be taking the cos alpha, then it will give us on that BE by P. Okay, and again we are trying to find out the value of BE, and it will give us as P cos alpha. So as of now we have found out the value of BE and CE. Okay, so now we need to find out, our important thing is to find out the value of gamma. Okay, so if we'll be taking tan alpha, okay, so if we'll be tan gamma, okay, in this triangle, that is A, C and E. Okay, in this right angle triangle, if we will be taking the tan gamma, then what we can write? So we can write P sine alpha divided by this, that is AE. Okay, so tan gamma we can write as that is CE divided by AE. Okay, so we can write as CE by AE, and again CE we can replace that P sine alpha divided by, this is AB plus BE. Okay, and AB is Q and BE is P cos alpha. So AE we can replace by Q plus P cos alpha. So we can write tan gamma as P sine alpha divided by Q plus P cos alpha. So let us write it. So we can write it here. Okay, so we can write it this value. Then let us put all these values over here. P as 890 Newton, and Q was 1068 Newton, and alpha is given to us, that is 60 degree. So after putting all these values, we can find the value of tan gamma as 0.5094. okay, so now let us find out the value of gamma. That will be equal to what? Tan inverse 0.5094. so we can get the value of gamma as 26.59 degree. Okay, so that will be nearly equal to 27 degree. So after finding the value of gamma, so it is very easy to calculate the value of beta, because we know it is the addition of gamma and beta will give us that alpha value. Okay, so for finding the value of beta, simply we need to deduct the value of gamma from the 60 degree. Okay, so let us do that. So if we will do that, then we will be getting the value of beta as 33 degree. Okay, so three questions were three data were asked to us, and we found out all these things over here. Okay, so a resultant R we calculated as 1698.01 Newton, and the value of gamma as 27 degree, and the value of beta as 33 degree. Okay, so I think it's clear to you. Okay, so try this question and try to calculate all these values. Okay, so let us move towards next question, that is question number 3. Okay, so So here it is telling that to move a boat uniformly along a canal at a given speed requires a resultant force of R. Okay, so here R is given, resultant force is given, and this is accomplished by two horses pulling with forces P and Q on two ropes. Okay, so it is quite similar to the previous case, but thing is that here R is given. In the previous case we are given with the P and Q, but in this case resultant is given, and I think we need to find out the values of P and Q. So let us read. Okay, so if the angles that the two ropes make with the axis of the canal are given, beta is given as 35 degree and gamma is given as 25 degree. So what are the corresponding tensions in the ropes? Okay, so I was guessing right that in this question resultant is given to us and these angles are given to us. We need to find out the value of these two tensions in the two ropes. That means we need to find out these two forces, that is P and Q. So let us try to calculate that. So if we will be trying to draw in a single triangle all these if we will be trying to show all these angles, or okay, all these angles in a single triangle, or if we will be trying to plot all these forces in a single triangle, so we can represent like this. So here this is your Q, this one, so this AD is represented over here, and this P, that is AB, so this side will be also P, we can say. So this is represented over here, and this is R, which is given to us. Okay, so let us try to calculate all these values of P and Q. Okay, so for that reason let us try to calculate all these angles inside that triangle. Okay, so here it is gamma, obviously this will be also gamma, and as this is beta, this angle will be also beta, so this angle will also be beta, and gamma plus beta will give us as alpha. So we can say the summation of all these angles inside any triangle will give us 180 degree. So obviously this angle will be your 180 minus alpha. So we know all these angles over here, and if we can simply put the sine law in this triangle, so we can find out all these sides, and in that way we can find out all these your forces. Okay, so let us use that principle and calculate the value of all these forces. So simply if I am using that sine law, then what does it say? So it says that any side and the ratio of any side and sine of the opposite angle will be equal. Okay, so I can write AD by that sine beta will be equal to SC by sine 180 minus alpha, and that will be equal to what, CD by, okay, that is CD by sine of gamma. Okay, and again I can replace AD by that AD can be replaced by Q, and SC can be replaced by R, and CD can be replaced by P. Okay, so let us do that. So I can write over here whatever I told you right now, that is AD by sine beta, that will be equal to CD by sine gamma, and that will be equal to SC by sine 180 minus alpha. So now we need to put all these values over here, that AD can be replaced by Q, CD can be replaced by P, and SC can be replaced by R. So R is given to us, and simply we need to compare these two ratios with this one, so that we can find out all these values in the like P and Q. So let us do that. So here I am writing this one. Okay, so we have put all these values that are okay. So then I am comparing this with this. Okay, so this sine 35 will be going to this one, then simply you calculate this value. So R into sine 35 by sine 60, R is given as 1780, and we can get the value of Q as 1178.91. So similarly if we'll be comparing these two ratios, then we can find out the values of p. Okay, so the value of p will be getting nearly equal to 868. Okay, so do calculate this one and try to compare with this. Okay, so another method I can share with you here. Okay, so if I'll be drawing that triangle which we have drawn previously. Okay, so let us try to draw that. So from that also we can calculate the values of p and q. So I am telling the principle only, how you can calculate and do the calculation and compare the result with this. Okay, so let us try to draw that triangle which we have drawn previously. So without drawing that triangle, let us move back and see that triangle which we have used in the previous problem. Okay, so if we can see, okay, so see this triangle only. So okay, okay, so see here, this is the resultant and this is q. Okay, up to this much AB is q and this is p and this is p cos alpha. We have already found out, only this is p sin alpha. So here r is given in the previous problem which we are solving now. So r is given and this alpha, gamma all are given. We need to find out the value of p and q. So if I am using this triangle, that is ACE. Okay, so in this triangle if we will see, then I can write the value of sin alpha. Okay, so this is gamma, this sin gamma, and sin gamma I can write as p sin alpha divided by r. Okay, so let me write it so that it will be clearer to you. Okay, okay, so sorry for, okay, wait a minute, sorry, what is happening. Okay, so let me write it. I can write sin, so let me use pen. Sin gamma will be equal to what? P sin alpha divided by your r. So from here we can see sin gamma value is known to us and r value is also known to us and alpha value is also known to us. So only unknown is that here p. Okay, so from here we can find out the value of p with this also. So next if we will be taking the cos gamma. So if I am taking cos gamma, okay, then I can write it as q plus p cos alpha, okay, divided by r. Okay, so from here also if we see, r is known to us and p recently we calculated, and cos alpha value is known to us and gamma value is also known to us. So from here also we can find out the value of q. So today we solved two problems from your mechanics. Okay, so if you like this video, then press on the like button which is given below, and do share it with your friends with whom you like it will be beneficial. And if you are new here and you have not subscribed our channel till yet, then do subscribe it and press on the bell icon so that you will be getting all the notifications from our channel whenever we will be uploading new videos on it. Okay, so and one thing, if you have not watched previous videos, then go to the playlist of engineering mechanics and do find them and do watch them. And important thing, do share it with your friends with whom you think it will be beneficial. So thank you for watching.